Hey y'all, and welcome back to the podcast. This is Just Shae and Friends. And before I get started with my topic today, I want to let you guys know that I am currently recording this podcast out of my house. While it is cheap, well, it's free. I would like to get myself or rent myself some kind of recording studio and do these podcasts out of that instead. That is not free, as you guys can imagine. So if you love these podcasts and would like to support me and help me continue doing this content, you can go to the link that is going to be put below somewhere on the screen. It's going to be put there. But yes, now that that's out of the way, today I want to talk to you all about something that hits home for a lot of us autism moms. How to get your kid to actually use their communication device. Now, I'll be honest with y'all. I've kind of always had this gift. I can tell what my son is thinking without him saying a word. And if you're a mom like me, you probably can too. Some people think that means that our kids are telepathic, like we've got some kind of superpower connection going on. Wonder Twins activate. Hey, maybe we do, but I don't think that it's magic. I think that is just years of living with him. I mean, he's 21. I think that I've just been with him so long, watching his body language, listening to his sounds that he makes. I know his routine like the back of my hand, and I just know. That's what I think. But that's not what y'all here for. Y'all want to know how I got Stacy to use his communication device in the way that he does. And if you are new here to this podcast and you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anything else. You will see that in the description as well, my link tree. And you'll know what I'm talking about right away, because you watch one video, a 60-second video, and he's talking to me with his tablet, arguing with me with his tablet, asking for something with his tablet, telling me how he feels with his tablet. He's on top of it. So I know y'all wondering how I did that, how we did that. I don't want to say I did it alone. Claude, have mercy, and give my son no credit. No, how we did that. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a short story version first for my ADHD heads. But here's the short story. Like I said, I know what Stacy is saying without words. I don't need them. They would be nice, but I don't need them. I already know what he's saying. And instead of just stopping there at the fact that I know what he's saying, I started using those moments to help him find the words on his tablet. And I do it every time. Every time I know what he wants and he doesn't use his tablet, we're doing it on the tablet. And that's it. That's the formula. Was that short enough? But of course, you know me. I got a long story too. I always got a long story. So here is the long story. Nonverbal communication. Let's talk about it, shall we? So nonverbal communication can look like a lot of things. For some kids, it's body language. Maybe they flap their hands when they're excited. Maybe they push something away when they don't want it or when they're finished with it. For others, it's a certain sound or pitch in their voice, the sounds they make, the vocal stems, vocalizing, if you will. Sometimes it's a face they make. My son is infamous for that. He has a lot of different facial expressions, and probably he got that from me because I also do. My face can tell you a lot without me even saying anything. And because he makes all these facial expressions, I know that one face that he makes means chicken nuggets or whatever. It's just an example, okay? I know that the face he makes means that. And a lot of the time, it's just I know his routine. I know what he's going to do, what time he's going to do it, and in what order he's going to do it, because it's the same every day. And using that is how I know what he wants, usually. And the brain, it just fills in the rest of the blanks, my brain. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here because I want you to nod your head with me if you think that you understand your kids' nonverbal communication now with the information that you have. That's what I thought. Exactly. You do, right? You already speak their language. You're not crazy. You're not imagining it. You just know. And I really don't know how to further explain it. You know what they want already, don't you? Do it like this. I know you do. All right. So now I can tell you what to do with that. So the next step in motivating them to use their words is going to be teaching them to translate their language into our language. Now, we've already learned their communication. We've already learned their language. Now we're just going to translate it into our language, meaning the tablet language or PEX cards language, whatever you have. Now, teaching them to translate their language into ours, it's not easy, but that's where the communication device comes in. So if you have one already, or PEX card, like I said, if you have that already, you're already on the right track. So how I teach Stacy is by using a teaching strategy, RBT strategy, ABA strategy, if you will, called manding. Now, don't let this word scare you. It's just the jargon. It basically means you're helping your child to ask for what they want or need. So if my son silently tells me, maybe by hovering near the fridge or just giving me that look, or I'll do you one better, if he grabs my hand and leads me to the thing, instead of just getting it for him, I grab the device and then I help him find whatever it is that he's looking for. Now, if you don't know how to use your child's device, get in there. You need to study it like you got an exam next week. Study it, okay? Because you need to help them find. Like I said, I help him find whatever it is. And even if I have to do it hand over hand, by taking his hand and pointing to whatever the thing is, even if I have to do that, it's okay. The hand over hand, do not get dependent on that. Don't, please. Because you just use it in the beginning and then you fade it out later. Otherwise, they will always look for your hand to be doing it for them. So you don't want to get dependent on it. Use it in the beginning and then fade it out. And here is the important part. I do not give him the thing until we have at least tried using the device. That's the important part. And it sounds real easy. Just don't give it to them until they use the device. But I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes it can be difficult. They might just want you to give it to them and they might give you a hard time. But just don't give it to them until they've at least tried. Even if they touch the tablet while they're crying or fussing at you or whatever, that's still good. You can go ahead and give them whatever it is that they're trying to ask for. And consistency is key. Y'all might be tired of hearing me say this, but I'm not tired of saying it. Consistency is key. You got to keep doing it. I can't tell you how long I've been consistently having Stacy manned or ask for things with his tablet instead of just using his nonverbal communication. It's been, I don't know, a year or so, maybe longer, who knows. But as you can see, after that amount of time, Stacy has gotten very good with his tablet, and he even goes to it before I go to it. He'll grab it. So if Stacy asks me for something with his nonverbal communication, usually for him, that's saying it in his click language, which is just like, and he expects me to, I know what it means, and I think I know he knows too. But I pretend like I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What are you trying to say to me? And then that's where I redirect him to use his words. And he knows that use your words means go get your tablet. Because what did that mean, sir? How am I supposed to know? So you have to be consistent. And over time, you're going to start fading out your help. Like I said, you're going to fade it out. Hand over hand, then becomes pointing. Pointing becomes waiting. And then waiting just becomes independence. They just do it on their own. And I know you can't wait for that day, but be patient. Keep your consistency consistent. That flowed. And then one day they're going to reach for the device by themselves, like my son. And then that's when you're going to realize that it's not just a gadget anymore. It's their voice. And then you'll realize that they've realized it too. This is not just a tablet I play games on, etc. This is my voice. Now, that is basically it as far as the long story. But I would like to add, since I did mention that this is not just a tablet for you to play with, I would like to add that I saw a video on social media of a content creator and also a speech therapist saying that one of their clients' parents said that they have a communication device, but it's up on the mantle and their kid can't get it unless they say so. Now, I try not to judge people, but that sounds counterproductive, because how they even going to ask for the device? How they going to ask for the device? Or is it just up to you? But anyways, I try not to judge folk. But that made me think that maybe they don't want their kid to have their communication device all the time because it has like games and stuff and YouTube, etc. on it. What you need that for? What you need that for on a communication device? Take it off. Take it off. If you have it up there right now, take it off. You don't need it. And I hate to say it like this, but if your kid needs, the YouTube and because I'm not one of those moms that are like, no screen time. Like, look, put your face in the screen. I don't care. Leave me alone is the thing. But just kidding, not kidding. But there's nothing wrong. In my eyes, there's nothing wrong with screen time. My son learns a lot of things from YouTube, but I digress. I'm not one of those moms that say no screen time. Get in the screen, okay? So if you need to get in your screen, then you need another screen. Am I right? That's why my son has multiple. He doesn't just have the device. He also has his cell phone that he can stream whatever he wants on there. He also has a TV. He also has another tablet that's just for whatever he wants to do. So there would be no confusion when I say go get your tablet. He's just going to get his communication device. And when he wants to play or relax or watch TV, he'll get his other tablet. I hate to say you need more than one, but you do. Okay, use the tools that you have. And I just think it's very distracting to have all those things, anything but the communication part on a child's communication device. Now, if you are like me and got the communication device through your insurance, they'll do all that for you. You actually can't put anything on there. You can't, even if you tried to. They won't let you go into the app store, none of it. Because I agree, you don't need it, not for a communication device. What you're adding YouTube and all that for, yeah, that make you want to take it away from the kid. But the kid needs their communication device. They should be walking around with it. They have little straps that you could put around the kid's neck and they could just hold on to their communication device. That way they hands free. Just put it on a strap, walk around. Okay? And you know why they have that? Because you need your communication device with you at all times. You take it everywhere. You leave the house, they go with you. Okay? It's like us parents and our phones. If you went somewhere and you forgot your phone, would you not go back and get it? I think I would, because literally everything is up there that I need. My schedule, my everything. Okay? All my reminders. How would I live? I don't know. Same thing goes for nonverbal, preverbal, whatever you want to call it, child and their communication device. They need it with them all the time. Okay? So now, in closing, if you are listening to this, I want you to know you already have what it takes. You already understand your child's silent language. And that's a big deal. Now, your job is to just help them translate their language into a voice that everybody can understand. And like I said, it's not going to be overnight. Sadly, it would be nice if you could, and they would do whatever, but that's not how the world and life works. It's going to take time. It's going to take consistency. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get stressed out. Everything, okay? Y'all going to be arguing more than y'all probably ever did. And this is one thing that makes moms stop. You'll start doing a good thing, just like you're on top of it. Your child is like, and you're like, nope, go and get your tablet for like 3 days. And then you realize you stressed out because y'all always fight. And then you just give them a break. They go, and you just say, yeah, give them whatever it is they want. You know what you just did? You just deleted. You just deleted all the stuff y'all did, all the information that you put in your kid's head. If I go, my mom's going to tell me to use my tablet. Delete, delete, delete. If I go, my mom's going to give it to me. So now they're going back to that. So you see why consistency is important. So it takes consistency. It's not happening overnight. It takes patience and more than a few deep breaths. You're going to need a lot of deep breaths, honey. Just get used to it. Get everyone in there. Smell the flowers, blow the candle, however you want to do it, okay? It's going to be hard, but the reward, honey, hearing your child tell you what they want, what they need, how they feel about you. In my son's case, to shut up, I was so proud when he said that on the tablet because he meant it. And it was definitely the right word to say at the moment because I was doing a little too much singing in Backstreet Boys very loudly. I was having a good time and he was not. So you see how the tablet gave my son his words to tell me his boundaries. Look, shut up. You wouldn't be able to do that without this tablet now. Come on now. That right there, worth it. Worth every stressed out day in my eyeballs. I know I could send my son out. He right now. This is why I'm able to record this podcast episode. He right now out with his cousin. I'm able to send my son out and I know that he's going to be able to advocate for himself with this tablet. And he has no problem doing it because we've been doing this for years. Like I said, he has no problem doing it. And that's, to me, it makes all the stressed out days, all the fights we had, the arguments we had, the yelling my son did at me for not giving him what he wanted until he got his tablet, all that, the meltdowns, all that, it made it worth it. It's worth it every single time. All right. So that's today's episode, you guys. If this episode helped you out, please share it with another mom or parent who's trying to figure this out too. And remember, your child's voice matters, even if it comes through a screen or a button. Talk to y'all next time. Bye.